And we'll let people know what we're doing. Oh my lord. Cough, 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 no? Cough, cough, cough. Let's try and get everything started here, man. It's Rex the dog here, by the way. Woof, 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 bark, bark, bark. Etc. Etc. And we're back. Dude, we've been in... Whoa! Okay. Huh. Alright, let's maybe address that. Let's actually maybe address that. Lavicine, hello, hello, hello. Welcome into the stream. It's Rex the dog here. We are back. We've been away. Maybe you don't even notice. Maybe people haven't even noticed this, but we have been away for 10 days now? It's been like a hot minute anyway, whatever it is. Whatever it's been a hot minute. I'm gonna hop into the fursuit in a moment. I'm just gonna get a couple of little things set up here. But we are back. We have been in the UK for 10 days now. 10 days now. And I just clicked on the scene to bring up the YouTuber, and it had all these guys here. Which I will actually address because I've got some of these things in my bag. So I can actually get some of this stuff and like sort of like show it on the camera, you know? I'm just gonna get a couple little things adjusted here. And I'll send out the little the notifications to the people. Dude, I might just even do that on my phone. Actually, no. Let's do it like this. Boing, boing, boing. But I hope everyone's doing okay. Lavis, Beagle, good to see you guys. Fireball, what up? How's it going? Put that there, and then I'll go chuck this on freaking Discord real quick. And then I'll go put this fursuit hat on. And then we're kind of rocking and rolling, no? We're kind of playing with fire. Whoa. There we go. Rex the dog back in the zone, back in España. I actually got back pretty early today, to be honest, because I took like a early. First, it's like an hour difference, right? So I go like an hour in the future, right? Yeah, it's +1 of UK time over here in Spain. So I frickin', what time did I set off pretty early. Where's Discord, man? Oh, it's over here. Okay. But I set off pretty early, right? And like 7 a.m. or whatever. Something like that. It was like 7 a.m. or something or other. And yeah, dude, there we go, put on Discord. Sweet, thumbs up. All right. Yeah, and dude, it was actually kind of fine because my flight was all good. Quick 2.5-hour flight or whatever to Alicante. Here in Alicante in Spain, and then I didn't have to wait long for my next flight. 50-minute flight up from Alicante here to Madrid, and then from Madrid you just like there's a express bus there that goes like basically to outside my house. So like door-to-door journey, it really wasn't that long, and I think I was in here at like 3 p.m., which is like 6 hours ago for me. But I've kind of just been like unpacking. Nope, I lie. I've been unpacking. I like chucked the bag somewhere. I've mainly just been like vibing out and eating food and whatever the hell. But dude, we're back here. We're back in the big Spain, in the big 2026 as well. Hello there, Drew. But we will be Happy New Year, of course. Yeah, dude, because I didn't stream on New Year's. Oh, okay. Yeah, dude, I don't like to like sort of like talk about like you know, like drinking and alcohol consumption and stuff a lot on this channel or whatever. But also it helps. I basically don't really drink, so I never really have a means to talk about it. But I did drink quite a lot on the New Year's Eve, because here's the thing, right? Because obviously, like, you see people and people want to give you, like, you know, like presents and gifts and all these, like, wonderful things. Like, people want to do that. You know what I mean? And when I'm going back and forth to, like, UK and Spain, Avian, good day, hello, good afternoon. When I'm traveling back and forth from, like, the UK and Spain, you know, it's not frequent, but when I do it, I'm basically always going with just, like, a backpack. I got quite a big backpack. It's, like, maximized to the size that they'll, like, you know, let you just walk onto a flight with. But I just usually rock up with a backpack, so it's like, if people are, like, giving me a bunch of stuff, it's, I'm like, I can't really take this home unless I'm gonna, you know, then buy a €75 suitcase or whatever and, you know, pay for that on the flight. So, and I'm also kind of without want, you know what I mean? Like, it's all good. I'm just here to see, I'm just here to vibe out, whatever. But anyway, people want to give you stuff, which is lovely, which is a nice thing. So generally, I get given, if I do get given something at Christmas, I get given food, you know, like I get given treats or stuff like that. Or I get given, like, you know, a bottle of wine or a bottle of rum, or do you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So, like, that's the type of stuff that's sort of chucking in my direction. So I end up, dude, and if I do go back for Christmas, I'm usually there for that kind of stretch. I was there 10 days maybe, right? Get there a little bit before New Year's Eve so I don't have to deal with the crazy New Year's Eve travel, leave after New Year's so I can enjoy Christmas there, I can enjoy New Year's there, right? And yeah, I end up with quite a lot of bottles. And then what kind of inevitably happens is a lot of those bottles, I'm like, oh, like, I'll share them with everyone at New Year's party or whatever, and I'll have some myself. And I drank an ungodly amount of rum on the you know, this is non-biblical quantities of rum on the New Year's Eve. I was up the whole New Year's Eve, you know, like, we were partying until like 6 a.m. or something. It was cool. It was chill. You know what I mean? And no drama, no accidents, whatever. And then I didn't really go to sleep. You know, I had like a couple of like a pirate yakuza, right? And then so I had like a 2 year it was basically kind of vibes like when we did the frickin' the 24-hour birthday stream, where I basically just end up having like a 2-hour nap, because if I had a significant sleep, it would like screw up my sleeping pattern and yada yada yada. So I drank way too much, had like a hungover, non-restorative 2-hour nap. All of New Year's Day was pretty sluggish. For some reason last night I couldn't really sleep much as well. So today is Friday evening. My last good sleep was Wednesday night. Do you know what I mean? So it's all consequences of my own actions and whatever, right? It's all good. It's all chill. It's all Gucci. But I know tonight I'm gonna like I'm gonna sleep like a log. You know? You stayed up all years, you big, because it's your own legendary. Let's freaking go, man. Dude, let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Anyway, dude, something I want to say is I clicked on the VTuber, you know, sort of button on the stream. And when I did that, it brought up all these things which we had on the... oh dear. It had on the stream screen, which I chucked on the screen, you know, last time we were streaming, before we went away on this was the morning of the 22nd. Alright, so I got two main things that I got in my backpack. Wow. A few main things I got with me, but let's show off some stuff, alright? So, this thing's kind of cool. I want to show you something cool that I got for Christmas. I really like. Where is it? Right, where is it? Here. Okay, so. I got this really goofy little torch. I like it a lot. He's like a snail. He's like a little torch. And in the bottom, he's got a thing so you can like wind it up. It's like a wind up torch. It looks like a snail. I like it, man. So I can put him on like my, I'm probably going to put him on like my climbing bag. You know, when I'm out like camping or climbing or stuff like that. I really like this guy. I think he's really cute. I think he's really cute. I think he's really cute. Zorizzo, hello there. Zorizzo. Anyway. Okay. We all might know and love and be familiar with the like a snail type knife would be kind of cool. We all might be aware of the onion bag. Well, I got another onion bag. Well, this one says fruit and veg. I got another one of these sacks back from my old house in the UK, and I filled it up with wait a sec. I'm not wearing pants. Well, I'm wearing pants, but they're like too short. Let me put on more significant pants before I start freaking standing up all over the place. I mean, it's fine. I just don't want to right now. I just don't want to. I'm gonna reveal what's in the bag, all right? I'm gonna reveal what's in the freaking bag. I'm just putting pants on. Okay, so. So. Inventory upgrade, yeah, man. Zorizzo, how's it going? Hope you're doing good. We're just hanging out here. We're just hanging out. Okay, so I got gifted a bunch of like chocolates. I got gifted a bunch of like treats and chocolates and all that sort of thing. And now a lot of them come in these big boxes. Pants reveal. A lot of them come in these big boxes like here, like the celebrations. So in this bag, I have Quality Street. I got one of these bad boys. In there. And I've also got one of these bad boys in there. I've got Cadbury's Heroes, right? So I decanted them. You know, like you would decant wine? I decanted all of the treats into this sack because then I could put them in my backpack and I could go on the plane and yada, yada, yada. Right? So, because I got quite a lot of just treaties. All right? So, if you start to hear some crunching in the background and stuff like that, or anything like that, that's gonna be Rex having treats because I'm kind of stocked up on treats. Now, Drew, to answer that question, yep, we had some good old fish. We had basically everything on the screen. We got basically everything on the screen. Yeah, you say that, Val, but like at the same time, like they kind of suck now. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't super like you know, I'm not like upset about it or whatever, but like they were a lot. Wait, actually, Val, wait a sec, Val. I do have a celebrations container over here. No, I don't. It's I've got a Heroes container. That's from like years ago. I keep cards in there now, like Pokemon cards and stuff. But anyway, they used to come in like metal tins, do you know what I mean? Now they're kind of plasticky. So yeah, but even the plastic, yeah, but that's what I mean. It's a multiple downgrades, right? Because you used to get them in the tin, and then it went to plastic, and then it went to like even goofier plastic. Over there, it's Sun's chips, Walker's chips are like the big thing. What we call them crisps. But yeah, anyway, so I decanted a bunch of treats into here, and then I kind of got some overflow into here. So that's what the kind of Rex has come back with. I also got a couple of little hats, like beanies, which is cool, you know? But what we got in here? Okay, so we got a big-ass Cadbury's Dairy Milk. It's kind of cool. We got that, which is kind of freaking cool. What else we got here? I'm just going to get the things I can, like, dip. Maybe I just pull them out. Oh, what, did I put the hat in there? Oh, yeah, I got a hat in there. Okay, let's dude, I'm just gonna pour these. Okay. Alright. And I put more in here, didn't I? Oh. Okay. So we've got it, dude. It's like Halloween or something. It's like Halloween or something. So we got a bit of a hole here. So yeah, so we got loads of these guys, right? Just like a mix of these guys, right? So it's like so that would be like the quality street. So like these little bros here, these are like quality street. And then we got a bunch of the, you know, like the Cadbury's frickin' heroes. You know? Iconic things like the Dinky Decker. The Dinky Decker! Or like the mini Cadbury's cream egg and like a bunch of stuff. Whisper. So we got a bunch of those in there. I'm very excited for like, you know, like a Fursuit to experience like a Dinky Decker, because I know she's gonna find that like really freaking funny. You know? Does it say early stream? It should say late stream. Did I put early stream in the title? Whoopsie! Whoopsie daisy! Whoopsie daisy, whoopsie daisy. I'm gonna change after the fact. Anyway. Early. I think it's just because like it's the title. I think that was the name of the stream when I left. Because when I left, I did an early Fursuit hangout stream on the 22nd before I got the flight. And then I've come back and it's like whatever. But yeah, so we got a bunch of those. We got that big bar of Cadbury's chocolate. That's cool. Terry's chocolate orange bar. I haven't had this. I have not had this. The Terry's chocolate orange bar, snowy crunch. This little guy's wearing a hat. This little bar's wearing a hat. Okay. Oh, you got a Switch. Let's go, Rev. They're good, but not as good. Okay, cool. Well, I'm excited to try it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think they're gonna create like a secondary, you know, sort of frickin' like product that's gonna like surpass the original. Do you know what I mean? But like some sort of variation stuff, like, it's pretty cool. What else we got here? We got some pear drops. What else do we have? We got fruit pastels. Fruit pastels. Am I stupid? Is that how fruit pastels have always been spelled? Are they like fruit pastilles? They've always been fruit pastilles? I thought they were like fruit pastels. Like P-A-S-T-E-L-S. But, dude, I can't spell, you know? So... Holy moly. What else we got here? What are these? Oh, these are a bunch of different nuts. Okay, cool. Let's freaking go. We got some Haribo. Nice. We got some more Haribo. Okay, cool. Naranja de chocolate. It's a French word. Yeah, I think you're right. Pastels refers to the group of colors. Yeah, so see, because that's what I thought. Fireball. I thought they were like fruit pastel because it was like a bunch of, you know, colorful fruits. You know what I mean? Like, but there we go. Pastilles were for pales. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. But we got the chocolate orange. Boom. Boom. All right. See, like these things come in a little box, but it's like if I'm trying to get like everything back here to Spain in my backpack, it's like I'm just taking out the box, I'm just chucking it in the frickin' sack, and you know what I'm saying? And we got other things like in the mix. Oh yeah, we got some like homemade chocolate orange fudge. I'm into that. So we got some chocolate orange fudge. I'm a big fudge guy. So it's pretty cool. We got a bunch of different M&Ms here as well. Like a bunch of loads of different types of M&Ms. That's the baddie. You know the M&M baddie? You see that thing? It was like American like Fox News or something, where one of the talking guys was like annoyed that they like made the the M&M, green M&M, like, less hot or something, and, like, said it was, like, woke, or I don't know. Because I think she stopped wearing high heels, and now she wears, like, flats or something. No. Zam! But yeah, no, so we got this nice hole of treats here, which is cool. So probably gonna be chowing down on those. I definitely want, like, a Fursuit to, like, try out a bunch of this crap. You know what I mean? So she can kind of see some of that joy. But yeah, I don't know. We're back here. You know, feeling a little bit. I am feeling a little bit groggy today, but we're gonna rest up good. We're gonna get back at to it tomorrow. You know, see if we can just like actually just like jump back into like. I know it's still kind of like Christmassy vacation-y time here in Spain until like we get past the 6th. On 6th we have King's Day, we have Reyes, we have Epiphany, we have all that kind of thing. There's going to be a massive parade out there on the 6th, on King's Day. Probably at about this time. I can't remember the time of the day that specifically they have it. But yeah, we are still kind of in like Christmassy vacation-y, you know, fun time explosion here in Spain until like post the 6th. But I think I'm going to try and tomorrow, like, jump back. I know tomorrow's Saturday as well. You know what I mean? So it's not even like a big weekday. I'm gonna kind of jump back into kind of the routine tomorrow, just in terms of like, you know, working on my projects, hopping on here at stream at regular time. Yeah, Emerson, I saw it's become the highest grossing Walt Disney animated studio film. I don't know how that works for, like, adjusted to inflation, because that's a thing, isn't it? Like, the adjusted to inflation kind of thing that, like, they factor in sometimes to these lists. But I did see just in terms of, like, just, like, freaking gross, in terms of box office, whatever. Yeah, made over $1 billion. It is massively popular in Asia as well, isn't it? I believe... like Zootopia, Zootopia is really popular in like Japan, and I think China as well. And if your movie does well in China, it's like, dude, that's a lot of box office. I do remember in regard of that. Do you remember there was like a World of Warcraft movie a few years ago? Maybe it was like 6 or 7 years ago. I don't know. They did like a World of Warcraft movie. Or just Warcraft, right? Whatever, right? And it frickin' bombed in like multiple ways, right? It was like a box office bomb, like nobody went to see it. And I haven't seen the movie myself. But supposedly the movie sucks as well. Like that's like kind of one of the reasons that it did bomb. It was insanely popular in China. It did like really, really well in China, and China really responded and like loved and accepted the Warcraft movie. No, dude, they made like a Warcraft movie, Fireball, like a $200 million, like, you know, like big budget, like Warcraft movie. I think it was about like an orc or something. Are they orcs in Warcraft? They're orcs, right? But anyway, it did really, really well in China, and they were really considering for a while doing making the Warcraft 2 movie, and it was gonna be like the first ever like sequel to a movie, like a sequel to a Hollywood movie made exclusively for the Chinese market. Like they were gonna like really lean in on it and get like Chinese actors in it and all that kind of stuff and things like that. Hello there, Pepe. We are back here. Thank you for welcoming me back. I've been back. I got back quite early. Got back quite early today, but honestly, I've just been kind of lounging around and chilling out and whatever. I was gonna come on. I was like, oh, dude, I can just like hop on and just like hang out like usual. But it's like, I just like ended up on the sofa for a long time, which I think honestly was pretty required, you know. But we're back here. I'm happy to be back here. I had a great time, you know. I had a good time being over there. I had like kind of enough things to do and people to see and stuff to kind of like occupy my time. They were quite busy days and whatever. Not that busy equates to good. Not the busy equates to good, but you know, like they felt like full days and whatever. And but yeah, happy to be back, you know. Yeah, I know they didn't do it in the end, or it got stuck in development hell or whatever. But it was a really like weird scenario, you know. It's kind of like a really weird scenario. But no, dude, totally happy to be back here. We're gonna get back into stuff. Let me update this thing, man. Let me update this thing, man. Ho ho ho! I'm not ending the stream right now. I'm just bringing up the frickin'. This does not This does not necessarily mean that things are ending, right? But yeah, dude, we're back in frickin' action, and do. We're gonna get up to some cool stuff. Yeah, we can do some tomorrow as well. Yeah, let's frickin' do it. Let's do it. I was just changing my multiplayer Monday to saying it, but yeah, let's do some tomorrow as well. Let's frickin' go. Yeah, I'm down for it. I'm down for it, like, basically wherever. I'm hyped for it. I'm absolutely hyped for it. I imagine it's all... Is there, like, a tutorial? Or... Let's get to groceries before you popped on my mic go soon. Yeah, dude, get your stuff done, man. Get your stuff done. Yeah, Val, I think we're gonna end up playing, you know... Over time, I think we're gonna play a bunch of Left 4 Dead. You know, I think we're gonna. Oh, we can think about this. Upcoming vacations. Upcoming vacations, like, I don't know. You can host so it's all sorted. Okay, so like, do I start off doing like a single player tutorial-y thing, or like, can it just be like multiplayer from like bang, straight away? You can just like jump in. Straight in the action. Okay, cool. That's cool. Okay, great. Okay, cool. No, excited about that. No, for real. It's gonna be freaking cool. I've been super excited about coming back to Left 4 Dead. I kind of just like, also like the stuff that we've paused, you know. Like I'm excited to get back into Sunset Overdrive. I'm excited to get back into the Pokemon Nuzlocke. You know, just like all the little crap we had going at the moment. So I'm excited for that stuff. But yeah, no, dude, starting up Left 4 Dead's gonna be like really cool. I'm really excited for that. I think it's gonna be one of those things where like, oh, dude, I get it. Come on from the beginning since first map sword tutorial thing. Okay, sick. Cool. Speaking of Pokemon. Scooby-Doo, where are you? Where did I put that thing? Okay, wait. I did the main story of Cyberpunk. I got like a... Well, no, I don't want to say what ending it was because I got one of the... I hung around with Johnny and I hung around with, dude, I've forgotten her name. Johnny's like, I really liked her. Johnny's like ex-Flame who was still alive in the present. Who was there from like the 2013 Rogue. Yeah. I did stuff with, Dude, they're saying, you know what they're saying? Like, people are starting to say, is they're starting to say that, like, frickin', there isn't, like, a post-game Fireball. There's, like, a point of no return. It's, like, one of those games where, like, you know, there's, like, a point of no return. And so you can go back and play more, and it, like, loads before the final mission. Do you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Rouge. That's Rouge the Bat. Rouge the Bat. But it's one of those games where, you know, it's like you get to, like, you walk up to the building, and it's like, I should probably have any unfinished business taken care of before I step in there. That's when you know you're getting to the end of your life, you know? When you go somewhere, it's like, I should have any unfinished business. I have theories furry brethren and sister that push over 22 billion. Emerson, I think furries are going to contribute, but I think honestly, I think outside of furries, I think just like cute animal characters appeal to everybody. Do you know what I mean? And I think stuff like for example, like Frozen clearly has huge mass appeal. But, like, maybe there are pockets of the world that see this kind of, like, Scandinavian, you know, Germany, whatever, like, sort of, like, European-y look thing, and they're not interested in it, or less interested in it. Do you know what I mean? Like, Zootopia's just so, like, nobody doesn't like animals and stuff like, do you know what I mean? The stuff that can have just like really sort of like mass appeal and like anybody can see themselves in it, or even if they're not projecting or anything, anybody can like just like link to it a lot. You know what I mean? I think it's just kind of like that big sort of like massive, it's not overly specific, you know? It's not overly specific on anything sort of like cultural. So I think that's something that can helps to its sort of like extremely big mass appeal it has. Really big mass appeal it has. Yeah. Oh yeah, I want to say something about the frickin' because you mentioned Cyberpunk. There's like these, I don't know if it's out yet or I don't know if it's like on the horizon. But there's people hyping up the Starfield DLC, and they're like, oh man, the Starfield DLC, it's like how they fixed Cyberpunk, you know? Like Starfield's now like hip and happening, but I don't know about that. Good afternoon, Zani. I am back here in the Spain. I'm back here in THE España. I got a big pile of treats here, which I was like, which we were walking and talking through. So that's like my my Christmas haul as I came back with a backpack of sweets. Of treats and treats and treats. And we're just kind of hanging out, vibing out. Gonna see if I can, even though we're kind of still in like Christmassy, vague, you know, sort of blur period in Spain until at least post the 6th. I'm gonna sort of get my routine a little bit back to normal and get ahead on some like projects and work and stuff. Like I'm gonna try from tomorrow, you know what I mean? Even though tomorrow's Saturday, let's get ourselves back to the, you know, the regular local exercising. Let's get our back stuff we're working on, hanging out here. I like Bethesda games, but probably never getting in Starfield because I've heard it's pretty boring and inspired. Yeah, that's what I heard as well. I heard it's pretty like boom. Oh yeah, but I want to say something on the Pokemon front. So, Arisa really likes Pokemon Pearl. Really likes Pokemon Pearl like a lot. It's like her favorite game. She's like obsessed with it. And there is a Pokemon. There's a Pokemon in Pokemon Pearl called Regigigas. And to get Regigigas, you need to bring Regirock, Regice, and Registeel to like a temple, and then it lets you encounter Regigigas. You can't get those Pokemon in the game though. You have to get them in Pokemon Ruby or Sapphire on the Game Boy Advance, then plug your Game Boy Advance into the Nintendo DS and transfer the Regigigas over, the Regirock, Ice, and Steel over to the new one, and you can do Regigigas. Anyway, Arisa freaking loves Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon Pearl, and has never, like, plays it like twice a year. She's always playing Pokemon Pearl, just like all the time, just like a new team and just doing Pokemon Pearl over and over and over. She's never done Regigigas like in the game, you know what I mean, like on the legit cartridge. So I did go into some of my boxes back in the UK, and I couldn't find my Pokemon Ruby, but to be fair, I didn't look very hard, but I found my copy of Pokemon Sapphire. So I also brought back a Pokemon Fire Red, and I also brought back my Pokemon Diamond out of curiosity of what's on the Pokemon Diamond. I don't know what the hell's there, but anyway. So we're gonna be catching the Regis on here, so we can send them to here to get Regigigas. So if you've heard us mentioning before Regigigas January, Because it's been like an in-joke between us for a while. We've just been going Reggie Gigas January. That is why. Because in January I would come back from the UK with a freaking copy of Pokemon Sapphire. Yeah, Emerson Pepe. My sweet tooth is not crazy, and also I'm pretty good at moderation. So like honestly, these dudes will, because this is what usually happens at Christmas. I was explaining before, like I go to the UK with a backpack. So if I come back to Spain, so if I do go to UK for Christmas, and people want to like kindly give me gifts and stuff like that, if they're giving me big things and stuff like that, I can't really take them back home to Spain. They end up just usually giving me things I drink while I'm there, or they give me a bunch of treats and stuff like that, and they just stuff the treats in my backpack. And then this lasts me a long time, and then this lasts me like freaking months, which is great, because I can kind of deal with moderation. Do you know what I mean? Like I kind of self-moderate pretty well. Oh yeah, it's in a good way. It's in a good way, Pepe. For real. The guy cut everything out except the breaths. To be fair, in terms of those like forgettable, like if you guys are talking about Starfield, which I think you are, I don't know. In terms of like games with like those forgettable sort of bland NPCs and like side quests and stuff, I've heard Avowed is like the worst for that. I've heard Avowed, and to an extent Outer Worlds. Is it called Outer Worlds? Let's get Outer Worlds and Outer Wilds mixed up. Yeah? One time a moderator is so hard that my Halloween candy lasts me until October next year. Yeah, I'm like, honestly, Fireball, if I didn't have friends, that would probably happen. That would probably happen. That would probably happen. Like, if I was to, like, But like obviously like I got treats and stuff like that, and I've got like buddies around and we're playing games and stuff like that. I want to share, do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But if I was hoarding to myself, I'd probably be self-moderating myself until the following Christmas, or even because I've sometimes happened to me, dude. There's a No, it would dox me. I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, back to this, dude. We had basically everything on here while we were there. We had a lot of crumpets. We had a lot of fish and chips. You know, I've brought some of these things back with me over here. We brought this guy back to me. We had mints. We had frickin' Iron Brew. Dude, you want to know something really funny about Iron Brew? Do you know what's really funny about Iron Brew? Is so Iron Brew is like it's like a refresco. It's a soft drink. It's a soda. That we have in the UK. It's mainly popular in Scotland. It's like the most popular like soft drink or whatever in Scotland. Across the rest of the UK, it's definitely like top 10. You know what I mean? Like up there with like heavy hitters like Pepsi and 7-Up. It's definitely up there. But anyway, we were watching the Until Dawn movie the other week, okay? And in the Until Dawn movie, there's like this water that if you drink it, it makes you blow up. And like there's no more context than that. There's just like this water, and if you drink it, it makes you blow up. And I've been joking about it a lot ever since we watched it. I was like, it's the water that makes you blow up. But anyway, Iron Brew is also actually kind of the water that makes you blow up, because Iron Brew actually does contain iron in it. It has like a fairly, you know, for what it is, for being a soft drink, it has a fairly high iron content, right? And I don't know if you know about a lot of the mythological creatures which are inhabit, you know, Scotland, you know, more heavily in the Highlands. But there's a lot of fairies in Scotland, okay? There's a lot of fairies. And these are kind of, they're not like fun Tinkerbell characters, they're like sort of malevolent beings as opposed to benevolent? Benevolent, malevolent, opposite? Anyway. fairies are weak to soft iron. I don't know if you knew this. It's like a vampire's garlic, werewolf silver sort of thing. They are weak to iron. So. Not only is Iron Brew just like a sick can of pop to be having when you're up in Scotland, it is also a good ward for the malevolent fairies. And it's also a way to kind of suss them out. If somebody won't crack open a can of Iron Brew with you and they won't drink it, it's because they're a fairy. You know what I mean? It's because they're an evil magical creature. Also, bonus, if they're a fairy and they don't know what the hell's going on, they're going to drink the Iron Brew and they're going to die. So, Iron Brew is great in many ways. And I think we should have more things like that. You know, I think we should have more things like that, which are not only just like good foods and good treats, but they're also protecting us from malevolent magical creatures and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? NTSC, SD, SUV. I haven't thought about that in ages. That's like the was it called Children's Hospital? Is that the one they did before it? I can't remember what that all stands for. It is NTSC, SD, SUV. It is. Yeah, I like that a lot. The cast of that show, because what's he called? Is it Paul whatever? I've forgotten his name. But it's like him and his wife who are like the leads of that. They had this podcast. They might still have it. I don't know. But it was like... You know those years of podcasts? Like, dude, it must be like 15 years ago or whatever at this point. Where like... You know, there's like, you know, I don't know if this still happens, but it was when like podcasts were starting to become like bigger and some of them would do like live shows and stuff like that and all that sort of crap. This is one of the kind of like podcasts like first to kind of blow up like that and like, you know, like Kevin Smith's podcast and, you know, that sort of thing. But they had this podcast called Why Was It Made? Is it called Why Was It Made? I think it's called Why Was It Made? But basically it would just be like a watch-along podcast where they'd watch like crappy movies and talk about them together and stuff like that. And I quite like that because I like crappy movies and I didn't really have people to talk to them about them with them. So I quite like that. But you know, yeah, NTSD. How Was It Made? How Was It Made? That's what it was called. How Was It Made? How Was It Made? That's what it was called. Yes. Yes. It's got Jason Mantzoukas on it. I've talked about Jason Mantzoukas a lot. I like Jason Mantzoukas. Me and Jason Mantzoukas are buddies now. Because Jason Mantzoukas voices Rex on Invincible. So he's a brother in Rexhood. The Brotherhood of Rexes. The Council of Rexes. Oh my god. All the Rexes come together. Oh my days. Oh my... Paul Scheer. That's the dude's name. Paul frickin' Scheer. There we go. There we go. Yeah, no, dude, Kevin Smith had like... He had like one of the like... The first big... like podcasts. Dude, Dog Eyes, that's super freaking kind, man. That's super freaking kind. One nice little, it's a special day for me today. I'm returning back to Spain. I've been away in the UK for 10 days. So you dropping in something like that is super kind. Thank you very much. That's super appreciated. Thank you, my dude. Thank you, my dude. Why it was made would be like a philosophical thing about the purpose of being what the director wanted. But that's interesting. That's interesting, though, Avian. That's interesting, dude. I was saying because the Three Kings are such a big deal here. You know, like it's all about like the big Christmas here is the Three Kings coming, and I said they should do like, you know, standalone prequel movies about the you know, the Three Kings. You know, I said the Spanish would eat that up, man. A Balthazar origin prequel standalone movie that eat that up. And I was being told prequels are irrelevant, but I said no. Because in prequels, you find out why. In Wicked, you don't just find out how the Wicked Witch got her hat. You find out why she got her hat. You know these questions we always had? In Mufasa, You don't find out how Scar got the name Scar. You find why he was called the name Scar. Has anyone seen that movie Mufasa? Has anybody seen that? Because the reason he's called Scar, I'm not going to spoil it, but it is not the reason you think. It is not the reason you think. That is just a coincidental event that happens at the same time. Very weird choice. Very weird choice. Very weird choice. But yeah, Kevin Smith and Silent Bob. Yeah. So, dude, he was like, it was like the iTunes like #1 podcast for like years. Or like really high up there. You know, when there wasn't a lot of like big names doing like podcasts and stuff like that. And like, what did you have? You had like Kevin Smith's podcast with his producer. And you had the Ricky Gervais Sirius XFM shows that they'd like release as like podcasts as well. And they were like, there was like a couple of other things. Like Mark Maron came along. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But yeah, like I'm talking about podcasts as in like iPodcasts, you know? iPodcasts. Drawing the same characters like 10 times a week. You're going to be drawing it pretty sick then. You're going to be getting better, man. Matthias, hello there. Hello there, hello there. Hello there, hello there, hello there. No, but I like Kevin Smith a lot. I was a really big fan of that of Chasing Amy, the Kevin Smith movie Chasing Amy, and I saw it again like a year ago. They did like a screening at a like LGBT like film festival here in Spain. They did because Chasing Amy is about like homosexuality and you know, it's about like what's the word? Like immaturity and jealousy and like all this kind of thing that can come with like having partners and people who are different partners and yada yada yada. It's about all these kind of things. But it's made by Kevin Smith for some reason. But they like it's kind of dated really badly. But to be fair, it's like a product of its time, and I still liked it. But like I was like, oh, there's some stuff, and I was just like, I don't know about that. I know. You're watching Demon Slayer. Let's go. Let's go. Coffee Dragons, the movie this year, I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the Demon Slayer movie. You plan to get your commission reading Magic Energy for roleplay you can participate in. Ooh, like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of thing? Is it like a D&D campaign, or is it like, or something different? I mean, there's so many things out there than just D&D, you know what I mean? But D&D just kind of becomes the shorthand, doesn't it, for frickin' tabletop role-playing. Oh, Bugbear! Oh, that's actually funny, because bugbears are also in D&D. Whatever. Bugbear! No, owlbears are in D&D. Owlbears are in D&D. Bugbear! Okay, I don't know if you guys have, like, been watching any of, like, Stranger Things or whatever. But, like, part of, like, the big backstory is, like, the kids play D&D together. So when they're referring to, like, a lot of the eponymous, the titular Stranger Things is, they like, go, like, oh, this is, like, the whatever from D&D. Sure. One thing they refer to a lot is they refer to, like, characters being sorcerers. There's no sorcerers in Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. That's a new thing. They were called mages. That's new D&D speak. That's new D&D speak. They shouldn't be saying sorcerers in the 80s. Also, another thing. They have to break into a building, and the password is pi. So they're putting it, it's like pi to like 10 digits. It's the modern pi to 10 digits. It's not what the number was in the 80s. Takes you out the show. It's unwatchable. It's immersion breaking. Yeah, I'm watching Finny Castle Lab, but Mugen Train. Oh, dude, Mugen Train's so good. Mugen Train's so freaking good. Mugen Train's so freaking good. Mugen Train's great. Dude, that was like That was like the highest grossing Japanese movie ever. I think until Infinity Castle. And like you get why. Yeah, I think it's been almost dude. Yeah, Fireball. It's like weather like switches. Yeah, man. Get your butt away. Get your butt away. We'll be back tomorrow, man. We'll be back tomorrow. I don't care that much. I like leaning into things, you know what I mean? Yeah, I want to do that. I want to play Baldur's Gate 3. I want to get Baldur's Gate 3. I want to do that. Dungeon Master is actually a friend of mine who wrote some world of characters, and we're crossing over our season of the world. Let's freaking go. Dude, that's so cool. Dude, when you get a... I'm sure I'm right. No. It wasn't pi. No, it wasn't pi. It wasn't pi. It was Planck's constant. It's Planck's constant, Fireball. It's Planck's constant. It wasn't pi. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Anyway, pi's just frickin' 3. Who cares, man? Pi's 3. It's like, it's good enough. What are you doing when you need that level of resolution? Like, come on, bro. It's like, it's 3. It's frickin' 3. But it was Planck's constant. That's what it was. It was Planck's constant. It was Planck's constant. And they were using like the new like redefined one because it's like, it's now like, that's also one that's been like, zoned in on over the years. But Planck's constant got like super redefined when they did that big vote on it in the system in PDR, like, dude, it must have been like 7 years ago or something now. Because like Planck's constant, like when they're redefining the kilogram and all that crap, and they were like linking Planck's constant to like something to do with like atomic spacing or something like that. It was Planck's constant. The password was like Planck's constant, but it was like the new Planck's constant. For some reason, like the kid knew Planck's constant. But yeah, I mean, I don't care. It's just I don't know. I think it's sometimes funny to like complain. You know what I mean? We know 500 characters pi since the 1800s. Let's go, man. Let's go. What did you do if you did go to this bank house in the early 90s and how many euros they eventually walked away with? And well, what was the number, man? Was it big? Was it a big number? Was it a sizable amount of coin? Would you get emo and mirror? Or you go to sleep instead? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, but no, dog eyes. Like, enjoy your campaign. I was gonna say that, dude. When you've got like a passionate like dungeon master, you know what I mean. You've got somebody who's like like that's like, dude. That's the best gift you can get, man. When you've got a dungeon master, you've got a game master, you've got somebody who's like into doing what you're doing. Amazing. Oh, sorry. Okay, I understand. Sorry. Yeah, the euro is much more an Arden thing. Of course. I get you. I understand. What's your favorite Demon Slayer character? Have you watched it all? Because I kind of don't want to do the spoilers. You know? Iron P, hello again. Hello again. Demon Slayer's I think Demon Slayer's really well paced though. I think like generally like the because like that first season's sick. Mugen Train's just awesome. I haven't watched like the anime version of Mugen Train, but I watched like the movie, and the movie's really cool. The movie's really cool. And then the what's it called? The gambling district, like that was sick. That was so cool. Then I think it's like the training arc, which is a bit of a lull. It's kind of necessary to set the stage. So it's not too long or whatever. And then it just seems like Infinity Castle is just going to be like banger after banger. Because we've got two more to go, you know? 2 more to go. Super Smash Bros. Brawl, let's go. Freaking classic. Oh! Guys, do a check. If you happen to have the... This is very specific. This is very, very specific, but the PlayStation 2 Star Wars Racer Revenge game. Okay, this is the second Star Wars Pod Racer game. It's a sequel to the one on N64. They did a new one on the PS2 that tied into Attack of the Clones. So I had like Hayden Christensen, Anakin Skywalker in it. It's called Racer Revenge. They re-released that game for the PS4. No, sorry. Yeah. They re-released it for the PS4. They've re-released it for the PS4. In very limited supplies. You know, it's just like it was, you know, HD remaster on the PS4. If you happen to have that game, it is rocketed up in value from between like $400 to $600 over the past week. The PS4 re-release of the HD master of Star Wars Racer Revenge. Why? They've discovered how to jailbreak your PS5 using that disc. They've discovered how to jailbreak the PS5 using that disc. So now that disc is like, it's freaking sought after. Crazy. I don't know, you're saying Super Smash Bros. Brawl, it got me thinking of me being at my buddy's house last week and playing Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and he's also got Racer Revenge, but the PS2 original. Bombad Racing! Dude, Bombad Racing slaps. I like Yoda's car is like his little chair. Yoda's Super Bombad Racing's like kind of like a Mario Kart racer thing, but Star Wars. Whenever you get someone gave enemy a mirror, would he go to sleep or would it not affect him? I don't think it would affect. I don't know. I don't know how the rules work. I don't think it would affect him. I don't know how it works. Because I would have thought it had something for intention. Reminds me of Twilight Princess. A little while it was the only and then easiest way to jailbreak. Wait, I remember. No, dude, I remember this. I remember this. Yeah, there's some other examples of stuff like that I'm trying to remember. Like I'm sure there was like a one on like OG Xbox and like a bunch of other stuff as well. But yeah, I don't know, stuff like it's kind of interesting, isn't it? It's kind of funny. It's kind of interesting. You also just like it boggles the mind to think, well, I'm so disconnected from those worlds and how these things work and whatever that I can't even begin to think how that stuff kind of operates. But you know, you play Mega Man 11. Let's freaking go. I haven't played Mega Man 11 Remnants, but we love Mega Man for real. Racer Revenge PS2. It's a classic, dude. It's a classic. It's a classic. It's a classic. I'm gonna delete all these. It's over. It's Jover. Yeah, no, dude. Fireball. I had my Wii. The origin of my Wii was really weird. So I never had a Wii, like on release or anything like that. But my mom worked in like social housing, right? My mom worked in like social housing, so my mom would be like, you know, helping people, you know, who are, you know, on like the poverty line or for whatever reason, like get like housing through the government and places to live and stuff like that. So my mom worked for like a housing association, worked for like public housing, and there was one house where everybody was living there, just like abandoned it, and they trashed it. And she found a Wii. Like just the console, just the system. And yeah, she brought it home and she gave it to me. She was like, these people aren't coming back, like, you know, the council are just gonna like throw this away. You know what I mean? So like, here's a frickin' Wii. But it was a Wii with a the frickin' like the power brick was Japanese. It was a Japanese Wii. It was a Japanese Wii, and it had like an SD card in it that was like so it was like soft modded. It was like a soft modded Wii. So it was like all in like English language, and like, you know, it could play like games on like, you know, they call them backups, don't they? Of backup DVD-Rs, and it like you know, all that kind of crap, and the homebrew channel and all this. But it was like the SD card was like kind of corrupted, so I just like went on one of those, you know, like those forums, whatever. And I downloaded, like, oh, if you're just, like, you know, making a new SD card because your old one's backed, you know, busted or whatever. I downloaded all those files. And it kind of, like, I guess what I downloaded wasn't, like, one-to-one, or was missing something, because it could, like, it could kind of be a little bit finicky. It could kind of be, like, a little bit finicky. But, it was just like, all right, cool. So I could just play Wii games and stuff like that, which was nice. So that's how I got my Wii. That's how I ended up getting my Wii. Free Wii. Mugen Train is it. Mugen Train's really good. Yeah, I didn't watch the anime. I just watched the movie. I think the anime episodes like expand on it or something, but I think the movie's like so well paced and whatever. It's like, I think it's the way to go, you know. Yeah, the Wii was good, man. The Wii was good. Yeah, Galactic Racing, I'm hyped for that. I mean, I was talking about, like, Pod Racer before. Like, I'm excited for Galactic Racing. I think it's going to be cool. I think it's going to be freaking cool. Man. I think it's going to be cool. But yeah, dudes, we got the, we're back here. I'm going to be jumping off in a little bit. No, yeah, Fireball, I'm going to jump off anyway. Get your butt away. I was about to say, dude, I was like, dude, why are you still here? But yeah, no, dude, we're gonna jump on. We're gonna start the stream on some Game Maker tomorrow, hang out on that, and then we're gonna be getting into we'll get in some Left 4 Dead tomorrow as well. So we'll hang out on Game Maker for a bit, and then when we've got people join the stream, people hanging out, we'll play some Left 4 Dead, which is gonna be cool, which I'm hyped for. And then yeah, just kind of back into the Rex the doggy world. The Rex the doggy world. No, I can't find out every train I see. That's funny. I did actually watch the Wonder Man trailer like before, when I was like vegging out on my frickin' on my bed. I was watching the Wonder Man trailer. But yeah, dudes, thanks for coming out. Thanks for hanging out, saying hello again. As we kind of jump back into the regular streams, like back here at home. We're gonna start them again tomorrow. Probably gonna be doing like random late streams as well. It's kind of gonna be doing random late streams as well, because I kind of want to like keep doing the Pokemon Nuzlocke a bit more than just like one day a week. So we'll probably be doing some random ass like late streams and stuff like that as well. But yeah, we're back here. We're back in Spain. We're back in Madrid. One of these streams will get cancelled because it will get replaced with an Arisu stream. So I'm gonna see which day Arisu's kind of showing up as well, and doing our thing. But yeah, guys, thank you again. Yeah, we're not a fan of Wii, but it's free. Wouldn't play. Yeah, for sure. I will say, Pepe, if you dig into the Wii library, it's kind of one of those crazy systems where there's a lot of stuff going on that you might not expect. No, Coffee Dragons, dude, you're gonna enjoy it, man. You're gonna have a good time with Demon Slayer. Keep us updated, man. Keep us updated. I want to hear your opinions as we like go through. So keep telling me about where you get up to and stuff like that. Are you rewatching it with your buddy, or are you guys like watching it separately? But yeah, keep me updated on your frickin' your demon slaying. Yeah, the notifications, man, they kind of suck, don't they? They're kind of poop. But anyway. Thanks again, people. We'll be back tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll see you guys later. Lots of love. Oh, dude, do we have a suggestion for a raid like Pepe or anybody? Do you want us to send us anywhere? Also, it's the big 2026. We get to start enjoying our, you know, what great new hits will come in 2026. The great new things coming in the big 2026. Furuburus. Oh yeah, coffee. I get you. No, it's just like just because like you find a character interesting, it doesn't mean you like support them. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that like you know what I mean? Like you can find a character interesting, and it doesn't mean that's your worldview. The idea of Furuburus sounds very funny to me. All right. Peace out, people. Bye, bye, bye.